Okay, so for this assignment, we are going to work on building this little mini website. It will consist of 3 pages and it will have a header, navigation, we'll have a 3-column content layout here, and we'll also have a footer. I'll be sharing with you a document that has some color selections, some font selections, along with just some navigation ideas, and of course a whole bunch of lorem ipsum that you can use to just copy and paste into your pages. That way you don't have to worry about hunting around for the information on your own. I also have a bunch of images for you, well, 4 to be exact, so make sure that you download them. I want you on your desktop in your web exercises folder to make a week 7 folder, and inside of that you can make another folder named cities, remember all lowercase, and then inside that cities folder you can go ahead and make another folder and name that images and store your 4 images that I give to you in there. The other thing I want you to do is go ahead and open up your master.html page in brackets, and I want you to then save as in week 7 in your cities folder. I want you to go ahead and save it as an index.html page. And then in brackets, I want you to create a new file and name it styles.css and save it in your week 7 cities folder also. All right, so let's hop over to brackets. You should have something that looks very similar to this, where you have your index.html page and you have your styles.css file also. So what we're going to do is we are going to add in our head, we're going to add a reference to our style sheet. So I'm going to put an opening caret there, link, and you can just follow along typing this. And again, all we're doing is referencing our style sheet. Okay, that should do it there. And just go through, make sure that you have typed everything exactly. You'll see that I am missing my equal sign here, so I'm gonna add that in, and it looks like everything is good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that. So again, what's going to happen here is when we start adding our styles over in our style sheet, we'll be referencing, or our HTML file will be referencing the style.css file. So the two work together. It's really important everything is spelled correctly, otherwise the functionality won't work. So I can see over here on my page that I'm going to have a header area, a navigation, I'm going to have 3 columns in my main content, and also a footer. So we're going to go ahead and set up our HTML file with these 4 elements. Okay, so back in our index.html file, I'm going to, within our body elements here, I'm going to add in a header. We'll have our opening and closing tags there. I'm just going to give some space here. We will also add in, a nav, give some more space, and I'm going to put a section in here for our main content, and we'll close it up with a footer and some more space. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Make sure you save your document here, your HTML file, and then I want you to go ahead and locate the content that I've shared with you. Okay, so we're going to work from the top down here. We're going to start in our header, and I just want to go in between these 2 elements here. And we are going to make an H1. We'll have opening and closing. I'm just going to call this Beautiful Cities. If I can spell correctly. There we go. And then I'm also going to make a paragraph, and I'm going to go and just copy some of the lorem ipsum content that I had. Let's see, I'm just going to steal this one right here. And I'll just paste it right in between the opening and closing. And then I'm going to move down to the navigation. So let's go make an extra line there. And we are going to do an unordered list for the navigation. So we're going to start with UL. We'll have opening and closing. And then we're only going to have 3 list items. So I'm just going to make another space here. I'm going to say LI for list. And I'm just going to call this, I'll call this one Italy. I'm going to go ahead and do this 2 more times. Call this one New York. And we'll do this one as Paris. We're going to come back to this navigation in a minute, but we're going to, for now, just go ahead and add in some content into our section area. So let me grab some of that lorem ipsum. So we're going to come back to this navigation in a minute, but I just want to jump ahead and go and add some content into our main section. So I'm going to go into my lorem ipsum. I'm just going to grab this right here. This can be our H2. Okay, so I'm going to make, underneath my opening section, I'm going to make an H2. We'll have opening and closing. I'm going to paste that right in there. And we'll go ahead and we'll even do an H3. So I'm going to go and just copy and paste this. Go back in here. We'll do an H3. Paste that in there. Let's go back in and grab some content. I'm going to just grab a shorter paragraph here. I don't want it too long. I'm going to copy that. And let's go ahead and type out our P tags there. We'll paste in all that lorem ipsum. And let's go ahead and do that. We'll do that. Let's do it 2 more times. I'm gonna do a Command C. We'll do a paste. And this is gonna serve as our 3 columns in our main content section. All right, let me just take this up to tighten everything up. Oops. And we'll go ahead and we'll add our footer. I'm just gonna put in my name here. You can do the same for yourself. You can put in your own name. I'm gonna put that right in between 2 P tags, and let me go ahead and save this. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Let me get my file open here. I'm just going to open up my index.html. All right, so see that? It's nothing but a bunch of content that we've added in, nothing pretty about it. So I'm going to minimize that. Now we're just going to go right back up to those links. I know that we want them to function as links, so we just have to plug in some code here. So we'll do a href. So we're going to reference it as a link. And let's go ahead and just use the hash character for now because we can go in once we start making the pages that will actually link to this. We'll go and update it. So I'm just going to close that. Now I'm going to take this closing A element. I'm just going to cut it out there and I'm going to paste it right after Italy. There we go. Now you can go ahead and manually type these in for the remaining links, or you can just do a Command C like I'm going to do. I'm just going to paste this right in. Make sure you get your closing A element in here so that it works. Okay, I'm just going to save this. Go take a look, see what it looks like. All right, great. So they are links. They don't go anywhere yet, but the functionality is there. Okay. So all looks good. I just want to make sure before we move on that I change the title of this to something. I'm going to be very uncreative and call it Beautiful Cities. Okay, we'll save that. So I'm running out of time on this one. I'm going to pick up in another video and then we'll start doing our CSS.